Was Marlo right? Did Todd actually say those things about Kandi? Well, I have some new information that may surprise you right after this. What's up, kinfolk? And welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, do me a favor and subscribe. And if you already are subscribed, do me a favor and get notified, so you'll know whenever I upload new videos to the channel. Alright, kinfolk, come on into the house. We have a lot to talk about, and it centers around last week's claims by Marlo that Todd may not have been feeling Kandi when they first met. How true are these claims? Well, I have some new information that may answer that question and more, and here it goes. Last week's revelation from Marlo regarding how Todd allegedly really felt about Kandi when he first met her left fans of Real Housewives of Atlanta angry and confused. Sources say that Marlo was looking to humiliate Kandi because of her inadequate feelings when being compared to Kandi's success. All of it was very unnecessary, and Marlo should have apologized immediately, ended the source. Allegedly, even Marlo's castmates were shocked by the outrageous claims by Marlo. Sheree, who was actually present during the trip, allegedly said that she never heard Todd say one thing about Kandi. And actually, he was on the production side of the things, not the talent side, so they rarely saw him. So, with this new information, did Todd actually say those things but is too embarrassed to admit it? Or is Marlo lying? Well, an industry insider with direct knowledge of the situation had this to say. First, Todd allegedly calling Kandi country was taken out of context. Todd always jokes around with Kandi and her friends about how country they are. It's a running joke in their group. Since Todd is from New York, it only makes sense. So, if Todd did call Kandi country in South Africa, then it probably was from a playful side, not a serious side. Another source said, when it comes to Todd allegedly saying Kandi is only known in Atlanta, that could have come from a place of production talk on how they could build Kandi's brand as an international brand and powerhouse outside of music, but as a housewife. Also, Todd has always seen and respected Kandi as a powerhouse superstar and businesswoman that she is. Her drive is what inspires him the most about his wife, ended the source. It's all apparent that Marlo bit off too much than she could chew when trying to get into a verbal argument with the Tuckers. Hopefully, one source said she's learned to play her cards correctly and not recklessly. Alright, kinfolk. Now, I think I was surprised more than anyone last week when I heard these revelations from Marlo pertaining to how Todd actually saw Kandi when they first met and things of that nature, and also how he allegedly said some things about Kandi and her accomplishments, if you are to believe Marlo. But I'll be perfectly honest with you. Although I was shocked at what Marlo had to say that Todd allegedly said, a part of me kind of wasn't too surprised if it came out to be true. And the reason why I wasn't or would not have been too surprised is because of this. As you know, when it first comes to the production side, that Marlo is saying that Todd allegedly was saying that Kandi is only known in Atlanta, you know, I could probably see Todd saying that. And I could probably see him saying that from a place of, you know, even though he's not involved in talent, if they're having a discussion about how to advance the housewives brands, how to advance the individual housewives and their brands outside their current careers, but also as a housewife, then I could probably see him saying, well, you know, right now, you know, People know Kandi for her music, but she's only really known inside of Atlanta. So we can do A, B, and C, and 1, 2, 3 to get her internationally known as a housewife and bring up her housewife status to her international status as being known as a singer. Now that I could see Todd saying, and I can also see him saying that in a very loving and very professional way, and not in the malicious way that I think Marlo is trying to paint it out to be. And it's very unfortunate how Marlo continues to attack relationships and marriages, especially since she's never been open about her own relationship or romantic relationships on the show. And then to come out with these malicious lies or even half-truths, it's just so disheartening, to be perfectly honest with you, because at this point I really want Marlo to come better, and I want her to start performing as the housewife that I think, or at least thought, that she could be. Now when it comes to the side about Todd allegedly calling Kandi country, they're part of the rumor. I mean, I will be perfectly honest with you all, I could see being true as well. And the reason why I can see it being true is because of this. As my source says, Todd calling Kandi and her friends country is just a running joke because he's from New York, right? It makes sense. I think Kandi's friend even made a comment about that on one of her speak on it. I've heard Todd call her family country several times on Real Housewives of Atlanta and on plenty of Kandi spinoffs. So the fact that Todd could have called Kandi country while they were in South Africa, I'm sure it came from a place of being of comedy, and again, not a place from being malicious. I kind of see it going like this, to be perfectly honest with you, in my head. Let's just say it's the first night that Todd and Kandi talk, and they talking all nice and, you know, intimately throughout the night, and Kandi say something like, golly, I need to run to the store. And then Todd probably saying, you're so country, you're country, but I could see that happening, right? I mean, I think anybody could see that happen. This happened to me. However, I think that the way that, again, Marlo is trying to make it seem as if it came from a malicious place is just so frustrating. Because if you are to believe the rumors, right, you can definitely see how everything is kind of playing out to make Marlo look like she is just determined to try to attack Kandi. And I think that's because Kenya does not give her that time of day with her attention. And so, kinfolk, with that being said, all of this is speculation. Personally, I don't think that Todd said any of these things about Kandi in a malicious way. And I will be honest with you, I can see him saying these things, but in a professional, joking way, and not the way Marlo wants us to see it. And I really do think that Marlo really has to calm down and trying to make other people the villain. Because one thing about some of the most famous villains on the Housewives franchise, and I say this because I feel like that's the role Marlo is trying to play into. The thing about those villains was this. When you look at Nene, and you look at the other villains like Kenya for so long, and Nene, and other villains on other franchises like Teresa, when they came at you, they came at you. And they didn't have to make up lies about you to a certain degree, right? They could come in, they could read you, and they can give you a one-liner, and it just be as good as any story or any gossip that you heard about them that you could throw in their face. And I think that Marlo has to get to that level if she wants us to see her as a serious housewife and also as a serious villain on the Housewives franchise. Because one thing about the villain that they really know, and Nene was very good at this, when it comes to the villain, you got to love and hate her at some point. Like, you hate the stuff that she does and says and how she acts, but you love the one-liners and you love the personality they bring to the show. And Marlo has a long way to go if she wants to get to that level. But kinfolk, I want to know what you guys think in the comment section below. If you are to believe Marlo's rumors, do you think Todd actually said those things? And if you do you think he said them from a malicious place or a place of just being fun and just off the cuff? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Alright, kinfolk, as always, if you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you guys over on the next one. Peace.